Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right? The next person that asks me to shag is getting a well-placed kick, if you get my meaning.
Oakley dokley girls and blokeleys. Hello once again, and good evening. It's a boy named Sue. Coming at you live, straight from Baked Potato. Back with Fallout 4. There's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight because I gotta be responsible and go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. So, instead of hopping back into an old playthrough like I had anticipated tonight, we're just going to continue on with what we were doing the other night and this.
That was Uranium Fever by Elton Britt.
I think we're going to go and pick up Dance and then go do some Brotherhood bullshit.
There are tales being told about a very strange-looking machine being built out there in the Commonwealth. Your friend
I should grab my power armor.
has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you,
Be that kind of guy.
Imaginations are running wild. Wackiest version I've heard so far is that this thing is supposed to somehow contact the Institute. Now, I don't think I believe that, but if it's true, and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the wrench, friend. It'll only end badly. Anyone else out there knows what that thing does, you come see your old friend Travis Lonely Miles. I'll keep you up to date, as always.
At Victoria.
Something about this next one, folks. I won't deny that it's cheesy, but I really do like it. It's Bob Crosby with Way Back Home.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended.
How did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work.
Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. That is all.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance?
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
That depends. How are you feeling?
My power armor systems are within normal operating parameters, so I'm as ready as I'll ever be. You just give the word, and we can begin our mission.
Ready.
Roger that. Don't worry, boy. I'll make sure this soldier comes home alive. Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something as important as the Brotherhood?
Yeah, totally. I'm definitely not just playing both sides of everything here.
I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with a Deathclaw.
bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU.
He says he doesn't know a thing
It's
about
fragile.
robot repair when
Every
he's
time we try to
building
feed
fucking
power to
robots.
It blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Since we have Dance with us, we're gonna go and clear up some of these nothing Brotherhood missions.
If you're from out of town, be sure and visit Diamond City. It's safe, it's secure, and full of quality establishments like Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Dead set on making it shake? Here's Big Maybell.
not gonna make this easy for you. Down.
Who? What the hell was that? Oh, it's on!
We may have a problem here.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her. It could be raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
They're talking about going somewhere to Far Harbor for this shit? Fuck that.
Still here? Damned if I know what top season you.
Our vertibird should give us
Scribe?
the air
How's the
superiority
tech
we
recovery
need to
going?
win this war.
Find it yet?
Here it is.
And still in good shape, too. I'm always looking for tech. Let me know if you're anxious to get back out there.
Can't do it right now.
That's all right.
Anything goes by
When you're
court
ready.
order.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree?
But two and a half
The mayor's
years
office
later,
has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded.
Attention. Delta Team Lead, report to the bridge. Delta Team Lead to the bridge.
But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side.
Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm certain she will be vital to the Brotherhood's success.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
what changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
One of us is a liar, and it isn't me.
Oh, don't try and pin that nonsense on me. I said I'd come back to the Brotherhood, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Why won't you help us with Liberty Prime?
We deserve an answer, Doctor.
I originally left the Brotherhood because I was tired of being stepped on and used. First, there was the water purification project, designed to freely benefit the entire Capital Wasteland. Even though the Brotherhood allowed it to be activated, they wanted to control it. But that wasn't enough. They forced me to help design Liberty Prime. Turned my work into a weapon of war. I had enough, so I left. It's as simple as that.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
If you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Does it have anything
I wouldn't necessarily say that. This isn't a formal meeting. I simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met, and I feel like I owe you an apology. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood without having a history with us was unfair. And given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I needed to push so hard.
You worried that I'm gonna quit?
No. I just felt it was the right thing to do. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader I ever served with. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
Did you ever ask him why?
I'd considered it, but unfortunately, I never had the chance. After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters before, but his death, well, it really got to me. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential go to waste.
What happened at Adams Air Force Base?
Back in the capital wasteland, the Brotherhood was at war with a traitorous group of rebels who called themselves the Enclave. They maintained a mobile command post at the remains of Adams Air Force Base, just outside of Washington, D.C. The Brotherhood spearheaded an assault on the command post, which was ultimately successful, but costly. Quite a few soldiers died in that battle, and Paladin Krieg was among them. He made his mark on history, and whether you choose to believe it or not, you have the potential to do the same.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Well, I've said what I had to say, and I hope that it meant something to you. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course. Some of that information was of a personal nature, and, well, I'd like to keep it that way.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertebrae. Now that's a challenge.
Victorian, brother.
Max had ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell.
With your reconnoiter of the Institute complete, we finally have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Did we make a mistake asking her to help?
Nah, don't worry about it. We might not be best buddies, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Makes sense. You'll need some powerful electromagnets to get his arms and legs moving.
That's exactly right. Well, well. You're full of surprises, aren't you? What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Even if you know what the actuators are, you still need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
You folks out there listening to Diamond City Radio have always enjoyed the radio plays, right? The ones about the dreaded Silver Shroud. We've had them in rotation for a while now, and they're a fun little adventure. Only now it seems the adventure has become real. That's right. The Commonwealth now has its very own superhero in the form of the Silver Shroud. Or at least, someone dressing up like him.
Facilities like this were fun.
Private Goodneighbor has a few enemies. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess is as good as mine. That's a fact. Good Neighbor resident Ken Connolly swears that he was actually rescued by this Tommy gun-toting hero. So I guess if you're out there thinking about breaking the law, you might want to consider steering clear of Good Neighbor. Or else the Shroud might come after you. Handgun safety is an important issue here in Diamond City. Here's Bing Crosby's take on it with Pistol Packin' Mama.
Going up.
Him and his whole crew.
Keep your eyes open. This asshole's using a stealth boy.
Every last one.
Sounds like someone did us a favor.
Tell me about it.
Gonna run out of batteries sooner or later. It's called straight, rookie. Having fun, huh? I can do this all day.
Going up.
Shit, lost him.
Second floor.
Just die!
False alarm.
Where'd that little fucker go? No mercy! Eliminated.
Playing games with me, huh?
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons and his foolish ways.
If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel of beauty and sin and shoot them into space.
I don't understand where it's telling me to go. Is there like a workbench here? Is there supposed to be a workbench? Like, what's going on? Fuck it. I don't think that's the answer.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Another great one from Betty Hutton. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy. Nick Valentine is back in town and seemingly none the worse for wear. While details
Unless
about
you'd
what
like
happened
getting
to him
shot,
are scarce,
Proctor Ingram?
I, for one,
Just
am
build us
glad he's
those
back.
actuators and we'll do the
And in
rest.
one piece.
Just build
And
us
if there's
those
any more good
actuators
news
and
to
we'll
Doctor.
do the rest.
Any luck
You'll
with those
hear it first
actuators yet?
here on Diamond
Liberty
City
Prime
Radio.
isn't going far without his arms and
Here's
legs.
Uranium Fever by Elton Britt. It's catchy, right?
I'm kind of convinced that there's like supposed to be a workshop here or something. Is it on the other side of the wall? Oh, that's stupid.
Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
Sounds like that's our only option.
Yep. I only wish I had better information for you, but that's all we have to go on. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain... Kells is gonna have me doing 100 push-ups.
We're taking too many rads. We need to move out.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Let's see what we found. Got some ammo in here.
Honor and glory.
That was Tex Beneke.
Elder Maxson!
Just when you thought you'd heard everything, folks. There are tales being told about a very strange-looking machine.
The Brotherhood!
Up there in the compound. Your friend Travis here has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you, the imaginations are running wild. Wackiest version I've heard so far is that this thing is supposed to somehow contact the Institute. Now, I don't think I believe that, but if it's true, and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the wrench, friend. It'll only end badly. Anyone else out there knows what that thing does, come see your old friend Travis Miles. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. Time to shake that down. Mission accomplished.
Scribe Halen?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
How've things been over there?
Pretty well, actually. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
What about those feral ghouls? They still a problem?
With a vertibird at our disposal? Not a chance. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Why use this distress pulsar?
Unless you could locate an entire radio station within the glowing sea, there's no way you're going to be able to send out a regular signal. Luckily, the distress pulsar's ping cuts right through the interference, and we'll be able to hear you as long as we stay close to the frontier. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
I don't think we're alone.
Over there.
Good work. Don't leave anything behind. They've gone dark. Maintain your position! Contact lost.
And that, folks, was the ink spots. If you're from out of town, be sure to visit Diamond City. It's safe, it's secure, and full of quality establishments like this. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Cole Porter, folks. You know him, you love him. And I guarantee the songs will get stuck in your heads. It's anything goes.
Strange how the Commonwealth changes so much at night, isn't it?
That's actually where we will call it for the night. 'Cause I'm tired. And, yeah, I gotta get up real early. But we'll hop in some other time with this. If we have more time to stream tomorrow, we'll probably hop in with some Oblivion to get that started back up. But we'll have to see. Either way, anybody lurking, hanging out in the background, take it easy, have a good night. Boy named Sue, something about a baked potato.